He talked there about not being used to losing. You know, said you don't get to be a manager at Manchester United if you lose lots of games. Not wanting to parent the players. Are there similarities between the job that he's got right now at Manchester United to the one that he took on at Sporting?
Yeah, I think there are. By the way, he's so impressive, isn't he? He just doesn't look like a manager under pressure. He walks, talks like a top manager. He has the aura of a top manager. Yeah, at Sporting, he came in March 2020, which of course was the start of COVID, had one game and then a 3-month break for COVID and then 10 games. So in those 11 games, won 6, obviously lost 6 in the 11 games he's had with Manchester United. But the final game of that 1920 season, the team that he put out, the 11 that he put out, after the summer, the first game of the new season, only 3 of those players were in the team. And then you take it further to the Manchester City Champions League game, his final game at home, Sporting, none of those players that he inherited were in the first 11. So he wants to change things. He made it clear to me when I was out at Sporting, trying to get those chats with him, that there aren't many of the current Manchester United first team that he wants to be there in the long term. Of course, it's whether he can do anything about it, whether he's got the money, whether he can get the players out on the contracts and the deals that they're on. He said now or never, didn't he, when he said he took the Manchester United job. I bet he's beginning to wish he'd decided never. Because Graham Souness, in his column yesterday in the Daily Mail, described it as like walking into a viper's nest. He thinks it's the club's fault, not Amorim's fault. Leaks in the stand, leaks in the press conference room, leaks from the squad about team news, leaks goals, leaking points and sinking down the league. But Amorim, I'm sure, is convinced deep down that given time, and I think he will be given time, he can sort things out, just like he did at Sporting.
Everyone is getting in a tizzy about the fact that he's sticking to his style. They aren't doing well with it at the moment. He did, I think I've got him saying in that, you know, you have to change things with no time to train on those things. So it's almost like they're changing on the hop, you know. Should he be more flexible? Should we be seeing a more flexible Amorim and trying to fix it quickly? Or is this a long-term project and he has to stick with his principles?
Well, the problem is for him is that the results are getting worse, not better.
Yeah.
Martin Samuel made the point last week and has made it over several weeks in the Sunday Times that clearly he's a very impressive communicator and there are a lot of things that he's done that give you cause for optimism. But the results and the downward trajectory of those results are a concern, and the unwillingness to move away from a system that not many of the players at United at the moment will be playing in based on what you've just been saying there a second ago. So why not maybe tweak things to save the club in some respects, because obviously what you want to do is arrest the slide. Can you really go and play 3-4-3 at Anfield, where Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah are going to revel in the space afforded to Anthony Gordon and who was it on the other side? Was it Jacob Murphy on the other side?
Yeah.
The other night, they scored 2 in the first half. They could have had 5 in that first half. And that's the worry. Yes, you can stick to a system. You can have that ultimate belief in that system. But as has been said, and my job here is to just give you an overview of what is being said, lots of people talk about the scrutiny on Ange Postecoglou's tactics at Spurs and his belief, total belief in those tactics. And yet he has had a lot of criticism and Amorim hasn't really. And I think part of the job at Manchester United is fielding that criticism. As we've said before, he's a superb communicator. You know how excited I've been since his arrival because I think he is the man for the job. But a lot of very, very experienced observers have pointed out that one system with a set of players ill-equipped to perform in it, that is a problem at the moment, and the results are telling us everything. 17 goals conceded now over a period during which they've become one of the easiest teams to beat in the Premier League.
But he has a style, and yet it was Erik ten Hag who was almost ridiculed for not sticking to a style. So, I mean, sometimes it's damned if you do.
Well, that's what somebody says. The bottom line is that Ten Hag got better results, and they weren't great. But at least he was able to win silverware with them.